first, just for fun here, let's say you two, as in real you have to rob a bank. You could pick 2 past co-stars to be your accomplices. Who do you pick that'll give you the best chance of pulling off the heist?
I would
2 each?
Yeah, 2 each.
2 each.
Okay.
I would pick probably Rebel Wilson and Zac Efron, because Rebel's super funny. So I would send her in. She would just start singing. And then I'd send in Zac Efron as Zac Efron. And people were like, what is Zac Efron doing here? And is that Rebel Wilson singing? And then I just tiptoe around the side and get that loot.
This makes so much sense
I feel
to
like
me.
you thought about this. That was like very specific.
It's all I think about. It's all I can think about.
Oh gosh. I think I'd have to go with Vin Diesel for obvious reasons.
Solid choice.
Because he'd probably like get like a monster truck or something.
Yeah, he
and
knows
just,
what to do. Yeah.
just like trailblaze through the walls directly. And I wouldn't even need a second person.
Yeah.
You just
No,
go
you're good.
straight to the...
No, Vin Diesel can count for 2.
Yeah.
Maybe like a vampire, because they might be able to just like appear into the vault, right?
Yeah, but are they their characters?
Yeah,
Can
that's
they
the problem.
actually-
Yeah, you
I
can
think
be.
They're co-stars. They're like the actors.
Oh, your co-stars can't do everything that they've done in the films, or
That's how I thought it worked.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
I'm going to ask you to each throw a co-star under the bus now.
Oh.
You have to pick one co-star that you do not want to involve. Like, you have
Nina.
to hide this plan from them. Oh, no.
Me?
Got you, dude.
Are you not telling Nina? Who's the co-star that would,
Who would-
like rat you out, screw you over, somehow reveal the plan, and mess everything up?
Who would that
I'm just trying to go through like my
I
filmography. Like, who have I worked with?
I feel like it would be one of my Workaholics co-stars, like Blake Anderson or Anders Holm, because we have a podcast together. This is important. And we won't shut up about anything. So I feel like they would totally blow my spot up.
Okay.
Yeah. And
were
they're not to
really
be
prepared
trusted.
for this game. I like
they're
it.
they're not to be trusted, those guys. Who do you trust the least?
I really don't know. Maybe.
you were in Workaholics. You could say Blake and Anders.
No.
Yeah.
You were in the
No,
final
I don't-
girls together. You could pick someone from that movie.
Yeah. Maybe Thaisa.
Thaisa.
She's so honest and so sweet.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah, she's too honest.
Yeah, she would probably.
How dare someone be honest?
Yeah.
She's one of the best. I
It's
love her so
refreshing
much.
how honest she is.
Adam, for you with this movie, you produced it. And I also know you were heavily involved in the development of the script. So
Yep.
it was making me wonder, what is the biggest difference between day one when you first started picturing this story and what we now see in the final film?
I mean, Tyler Spindell, our director, did a great job. I've never done like the huge chase scene action set pieces that we wrote. So like writing the car chase through the cemetery, I was like, how is this going to look? Is it going to look cheesy and cheap?
It looks so
But
cool.
it looks so good. And we built that entire cemetery. And I did it all. I painted every... There's a whole art department. They're like, no, he didn't, the liar. It feels so much bigger than I ever thought it would. You read it on the page and you're like, I hope we can pull this stuff off. And especially it starts off and you watch the first 15 or so minutes and you're like, oh, this is like a little rom-com type movie. I've seen these people do these type of movies before, and it's nice, but then all of a sudden it just takes a hard left-hand turn. And you're like, this is a damn action film all of a sudden. So that's what
You produce a lot. Do you have any itch to direct?
Yeah, maybe someday. I see how long those guys have to sit in an edit bay. And
it's a lot. Yeah.
it's a lot. Yes. I mean, Nina knows. She's directed some stuff.
Yeah.
You have a lot of producing credits coming up. Like you have had, and you have more coming up. I guess to lean into that a little, do you remember like what specific experience sparked that itch to produce? And like, what are your goals as a producer to make sure that you create the on-set environment that you appreciate as an actor?
Yeah, I mean, I think once I left the Vampire Diaries, I remember, getting the same offer over and over again for the same type of role, the same type of genre. And I really wanted to step outside the box and not get pigeonholed. And so I decided to create my own opportunities. And it's been years and years in the making, and they're finally all starting to slowly come out, which is really exciting and cool. But
They are, girl.
being on set, like especially when I directed for the first time, that was like, the vibe was very important to me. And I definitely wanted everyone to feel like they were a part of it and had a voice in the experience. And so it made for a really positive and collaborative set, I think.
I love hearing about that stuff. Veering back towards your specific movie now, you have an exceptional ensemble in this film. Can you each name a time when a co-star was just the scene partner you needed and helped you access something in your own character that you never would have been able to reach without them?
I feel there was a scene with me and Pierce when we like drive out to the countryside, and then it's me saying I'm going to help them get the money to save Parker, and we're going to rob banks together. And I remember just really feeling like this has to be real in the moment, and I'm opposite Pierce Brosnan. And then afterwards, he was like, "That was a really good scene," and I floated home. I was like, "You don't even need to take me home, Transpo. I'll float home." Pierce Brosnan said I did well.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I'll never look at Shrek the same way again, though.
Yeah, no, I've ruined it for you.
For everyone, yeah. I had a similar experience on this film with Pierce as well, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because we're just such fans. That
Yeah, I think
we're just like, he
Pierce
says something
dorks.
nice, and we're like, oh my God. No, we had a scene, like a one-on-one scene. That I don't even know if it made the movie. Did I make the movie?
Nope.
Really?
Yeah, it sucks. I know.
We need bonus material.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
What happens in it, and what did he do for you?
There's a scene that's like a late night scene where I'm smoking a cigarette, I think. Or
Mm-hmm.
we shot it 2 ways, once with a cigarette, once with a vape. Because we didn't know what would be okay on Netflix.
Important to cover your bases there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it was just like an intimate, super sweet father-daughter scene that afterwards he was just like, you did kind of the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
It was a great scene. You did a great job. I was like, thanks, Pierce.
Yep.
I love
Pierce
that.
is the best, man.
Yeah, I get that kind of
Yeah.
vibe.
But yeah, you sort of level up with whoever you're shooting with. Like when I'm shooting with Adam, like the stakes are super low.
Yeah.
But when
What? And that's why I'm not bringing you on the bank heist.
I'm kidding.
And that's why.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. That was a joke.
I got the rap sign, but I'll throw in one quick little thing. Can you two please make another horror movie together?
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
Deal.
Final Girls 2.
The Outlaws 3. So we'll do,
Yeah.
or
Okay.
Yeah,
we'll do
2
a
will
second
be-
one will be horror, and then the third will be a comedy again.
I'm fine
All
with
right.
We'll
this.
just keep flipping genres with every
Please.
sequel.
They're like, what movie am I watching?
I'm fine with that. I like
Yeah.
genre bending things.
Me
Thank
too.
you guys for your time today. Congratulations on
Thank
this.
you. Thanks.
Yeah.